Welcome back, everyone. In today's Health Smart, from headaches to hunger to mood changes, even sleep issues, they can all be related back to the level of hormones in our bodies. Dr. Allyson Brooks of Hoag Women's Health Institute is here to break down what women can expect each decade and then, of course, how to treat the side effects as we age. Not a fun topic to talk about, Dr. Brooks, but I guess an important one.
It's the world we live in.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is a hormone? Let's talk about that first.
So a hormone is a signaling chemical that circulates in our body. It's made by glands, and it has target organs that affects everything from our hunger, how we sleep, our ability to breastfeed, our energy levels, and our appearance.
And they change over the years. I know a lot of people talk about hormones raging for teenagers, right? But we're going to start around the 20s. Do they affect women in their 20s?
So hormones affect women at every stage of their life, probably the most significantly at the lowest point and at the highest point.
Oh, okay.
So in your 20s and 30s, we consider that your reproductive ages, and that is when you're cycling and menstruating regularly, and the most common symptoms during that time would be cycle irregularity, and then sometimes moodiness or irritability or some physical symptoms related to your cycle.
So that's the excuse sometimes people can say, well, my hormones are off, right? But I have seen a lot of women more so in their 40s and 50s now talking about hormones and hormone replacement. You see that in the news. Let's talk about in the 40s. Things really start to change there, right? Because the fertility level drops. And how do hormones affect us in terms of what we eat and our mood and weight gain? Right.
So in the 40s, I used to tell all my patients that it's like being a teenager in your 40s.
Oh.
So your hormones are fluctuating. You know, there's more likely to have highs and lows, and it's those fluctuations that can create the greatest discomfort or disturbance in how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
So oftentimes, the most common would be hot flashes, some night sweats, weight redistribution, not always weight gain, but a redistribution of weight. I say, you know, that's when we welcome the pear shape as opposed to as opposed to the hourglass.
And then what about skin? Because a lot of times I've had friends who all of a sudden start breaking out in their 40s.
Again, teenagers in your 40s, you become a teenager again with those fluctuations, and that can be really bothersome because you always think that you're through it, and it comes back with a vengeance, or can. But we have different ways of managing those hormonal fluctuations, especially in the 40s and early 50s. If you're a low-risk patient, we can actually use oral contraceptives or birth control pills or low-dose hormone replacement to manage the cycle and reduce the risk of or reduce the symptoms of the acne.
And then as you age in your 50s and 60s and you go through menopause, it's definitely strong then too, just like you said, the highs and the lows.
Right.
Is that the time to start taking hormones if you want to or if you're looking to?
So it's recommended that you take hormones specifically to manage your symptoms, like the hot flashes or night sweats, sleep disturbance, or energy. And they're felt to be the most safe in the lowest dose that controls those symptoms in the 3 to 5 years around the menopause. So typically it's between the ages of 50 and 55.
Yeah, because there's a lot of controversy around hormones as well. It can cause cancer, it can cause, and so it's sort of like, well, I'd rather have those symptoms than to maybe get cancer, right?
Right.
Is that just a personal choice?
Typically, it is. The majority of women that are suffering with those symptoms, it really can be suffering.
Yeah.
And they, if we use it judiciously, low doses for the shortest period of time, and giving it in a way that bypasses the metabolism of the liver, it can be very safe and can be something that keeps them feeling great about themselves and keeps them married if they want to be married, and and functional at work.
And speaking of being happy, there's a women's conference this Saturday. It's a lot of doctors from the Hoag Center are going to come together along with myself. I'm not one of the doctors. I'm a keynote speaker talking about kindness. But a lot of women are going to be showing up. Tickets are still for sale for that. You guys are going to be talking about healthy hormones. We'll expand on this conversation. There's breakfast, there's lunch, there's a great gift bag, and then I'm going to be keynote speaker. I'm talking about kindness through the ages and how how we can be kind to ourselves, and also a great dermatologist who's going to be speaking about how we can keep our skin beautiful from the inside and from the outside. So if you get a chance, you want a girls' day out, you can go to thewholepurpose.com, and they have all the information there. You can just /event, and you can buy the tickets, and KTLA is giving 20% off, so you just enter that code KTLA20. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
we
Lou.
appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you on Saturday, right?
We'll see you in a
okay,
few days.
we'll talk about it again.
All right,
okay.
thank you.